The temperature is dropping fast, and the grid just went completely dark. You are sitting in your apartment, surrounded by concrete walls that are rapidly leaching the remaining heat from your living space. The government isn't coming to rescue you tonight, and the thin walls of your high-rise are quickly turning into a frozen death trap. Most apartment dwellers believe they are insulated from the harsh realities of a winter blackout. They think that simply because they live in a modern building with a key fob and a secure elevator, they are entirely immune to the elements. But when the power grid fails and the central heating abruptly stops, your apartment becomes nothing more than a suspended icebox in the sky. Within hours, the ambient temperature inside will mirror the freezing conditions outside, and your body will begin a desperate fight for survival. Tonight, I am going to show you exactly how to survive a fatal apartment blackout using 5 specific, highly tactical urban protocols. We are going to build a layered defense against the freezing cold, starting with the cheapest and most immediate action you can take right now. Step 1 is mastering the microclimate. You cannot heat a massive open-concept apartment with emergency supplies. Trying to keep your entire living room, kitchen, and hallway warm is a massive waste of energy and a fast track to hypothermia. Immediately abandon the idea of keeping the whole place comfortable and shift your mindset to pure survival efficiency. Your first critical move is to choose one single room to become your survival sanctuary. This room should ideally have the fewest windows, a low ceiling, and a single door that can be tightly sealed. A large walk-in closet, a small interior bathroom, or a compact bedroom are often your best options during a deep freeze. The smaller cubic footage requires significantly less thermal energy to heat and maintain. Once you have selected your microclimate room, you have to isolate it completely from the rest of the dying apartment. Take heavy blankets, towels, or even spare clothing, and aggressively block the gap under the door to stop the icy draft. Use duct tape to seal the edges of the door frame, block any overhead air conditioning vents, and even plug unused electrical outlets. Cold air is insidious and will naturally find its way through the smallest structural gaps in your walls. By aggressively sealing the single room, you are creating a defensible thermal perimeter against the plunging temperatures. Step 2 targets your biggest thermal vulnerability, your windows. Glass provides practically zero insulation against the bitter cold. Even modern double-paned apartment windows are massive thermal bridges, and a freezing wind outside will rapidly pull the warmth right out of your space. The fastest, most effective way to stop this thermal bleed without permanently altering your rental is using standard bubble wrap. It is an incredibly effective and renter-friendly insulator when applied correctly. Spray a light mist of tap water directly onto the glass and press the flat side of the bubble wrap right against the window. The trapped air inside the hundreds of small bubbles creates a dense thermal barrier that drastically slows heat transfer. If you are entirely out of bubble wrap and the winter storm is already hitting, you have to improvise immediately. Layer heavy trash bags, thick wool blankets, or even broken-down cardboard boxes over the window frames. Seal the outer edges completely with duct tape to trap a layer of dead air between your makeshift barrier and the freezing glass. Forget about natural light for the duration of the blackout. Your absolute only priority is trapping thermal energy inside your sanctuary. Look beneath your feet as well, because cold naturally radiates up from the ground. If your apartment has concrete subfloors, tile, or uncarpeted hardwood, layer thick rugs, yoga mats, or spare bedding on the floor to insulate yourself from below. Now that your sanctuary is sealed and insulated, your chances of survival just doubled. Let's move to the next phase, which is exactly where most unprepared people make deadly, irreversible mistakes. Step 3 focuses on safe indoor heating for small enclosed spaces. You cannot build a campfire in your living room, and using your gas stove for emergency heat is a guaranteed death sentence. Carbon monoxide is a silent, odorless killer, and burning the wrong fuel in a sealed apartment will take your life long before the cold ever does. Imagine surviving the blackout, only to suffocate in your sleep because you brought a charcoal grill indoors out of pure desperation. Instead of gambling with your life, a dedicated indoor-safe propane heater is your absolute best line of defense. These specialized heaters are specifically designed to burn clean and feature automatic low-oxygen shutoff sensors. But what if you are on a tight budget or suddenly ran out of propane canisters? You can create a localized, radiant heat source using a simple terracotta pot and a few basic tea light candles. Place the terracotta pot upside down over 3 or 4 burning candles to drastically change the way the heat behaves in the room. The thick clay absorbs the rapid thermal energy from the flames and radiates it outwards slowly and consistently. It will certainly not heat a whole room, but if you huddle close to it, it will keep your hands warm and hold hypothermia at bay. Listen, you do not want to guess what is safe when the temperature drops below freezing. I have linked the exact indoor-safe propane heater and the battery-operated carbon monoxide detectors I actually use in the pinned comment and description below. Grab them before the next major winter storm hits, because once the grid goes down, store shelves will be empty in minutes. If these tactical steps are helping you build your defense tonight, hit that like button and subscribe right now. You will definitely want the next protocol. Now, let's look at your body. Step 4 focuses on body heat retention and caloric burn. Your body is a biological engine, and right now, it is your most reliable primary heat source. Do you know why cotton is often called the fabric of death in cold weather survival? Because if cotton gets damp from your own sweat, it loses all insulating properties and actively drains the heat right out of your core. Start with a tight, moisture-wicking base layer against your skin. This pulls sweat away from your body so you stay entirely dry. Next, add a thick, lofted insulating layer like merino wool or synthetic fleece to physically trap your body heat. Finally, top it all off with a windbreaking shell to protect your internal microclimate from any drafts. Think about how incredibly fast your hands go numb when you are shoveling snow outside. You lose a massive amount of heat through your head, hands, and feet due to extreme vascular constriction in the cold. A thick wool beanie, high-quality thermal socks, and insulated gloves are absolute critical lifesavers here. But clothing only traps heat. It does not actually generate it. How are you fueling that biological engine when the stove is dead? Digestive friction from heavy fats and proteins naturally generates internal metabolic heat, literally warming you from the inside out. Peanut butter, mixed nuts, trail mix, and dense protein bars are perfect urban survival foods because they require absolutely zero cooking. Then there is the silent killer most people completely forget about during a freezing winter blackout: profound dehydration. People simply stop drinking water when they are freezing because they do not feel hot and sweaty. Hydration is just as critical in the freezing cold as it is in a scorching desert. Keeping your water from freezing is a massive challenge in a grid-down winter scenario. Imagine waking up at 3 in the morning, dangerously dehydrated, only to find your water bottles frozen solid on the kitchen counter. Keep your essential water bottles inside your sleeping bag or wrapped securely within your inner clothing layers. Your ambient body heat will prevent them from turning to solid ice during the coldest hours of the night. If your apartment pipes are at risk of freezing and bursting, open the cabinets under your sinks to expose them to whatever ambient room heat is left. Fill your bathtub and every available container with water the absolute moment the power drops, before the municipal pumps freeze or completely fail. Step 5 happens when the dark hours finally arrive and the temperatures violently plummet to their absolute lowest point. The psychological weight of a pitch-black freezing apartment will heavily test your resolve. You need to construct a micro-shelter inside your already isolated room to survive the deepest, darkest part of the night. If you have a small pop-up 2-person camping tent, pitch it directly on your living room floor or even right on top of your mattress. A small tent physically traps your exhaled breath and your ambient body heat in a tightly confined space. This can naturally raise the internal temperature of the tent significantly higher than the surrounding frozen room. If you lack a camping tent, do not panic. Build a simple old-school fort using thick blankets, couch cushions, and furniture draped over your bed to trap that vital heat incredibly close to your body. Take emergency Mylar space blankets and line the inside roof of this makeshift micro-shelter, ensuring the shiny reflective side is facing inward. Mylar does not insulate, but it reflects up to 90% of your radiated thermal energy right back at you. Sleep inside a high-quality, cold-weather sleeping bag rated for sub-zero temperatures. Keep your high-lumen flashlight and any self-defense tools immediately within arm's reach while you sleep. This brings us to the ultimate reality check of high-density urban survival. When the grid fails, the cold bites deep, and the food runs out, desperate people make deadly, unpredictable mistakes. Imagine your neighbors down the hall shivering in the dark, panicking because they have zero preparation and no way to stay warm. Practice strict, uncompromising noise and light discipline so you do not draw a massive target on your own front door. Use heavy blackout curtains or pin dark blankets over your sealed windows so absolutely no emergency lighting escapes your apartment. If people outside see a warm, inviting glow coming from your unit, you will instantly become a magnet for desperate crowds. Do not draw attention to the fact that you are warm and never boast about your heat sources or your food supplies to anyone in your building. It does not matter how friendly your neighbors usually are when the sun is shining and the power is comfortably on. Freezing temperatures and the threat of death strip away the illusion of civilized society very quickly. Urban survival is about mastering the tactical art of becoming a gray man. You must purposefully appear just as cold, miserable, and helpless as everyone else in the building, while remaining entirely comfortable and self-sufficient strictly inside your walls. Look around your apartment right now. Imagine those concrete walls violently leaching the heat, the power completely dead, and the winter wind howling through the city streets outside. Could you actually survive this exact night with what you already have sitting in your cabinets and closets? Let me know your honest answer in the comments below, because hope is not a valid survival strategy. Take aggressive action today to secure your own life, and click the video on the screen right now to learn the 5 worst apartment survival mistakes you are probably making without even realizing it.